Welcome to Video Guys News Day Tuesday. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. we tell you about the products we sell. Today's topic, the Epiphan Pearl Mini, a brand new product that just started shipping. We're very excited about it. It's a $34.95 product, $3,495 appliance. And why we call it appliance is because you have to set it up. And once you set it up, anyone can use it. And that's really the beauty of this product. The talent, me, the presenter, can actually use the product. And that's why it works in so many different verticals and why it's so exciting. But let's go into the product a little bit, the Pearl Mini. All-in-one live production. That means everything you need is in this little box right here. It's got everything. There's jacks on the back, including balanced audio, multiple HDMI and SDI. It's got a screen on the top, shows you what you're doing and lets you set stuff up. You can capture, stream, and record with it, which is super duper exciting for that price point and the ease of use and stability of the product. What I wanted to start the show was, instead of getting deep diving into the features and the connections and that stuff, and we're going to get into that stuff, I promise, is I wanted to go into some of the applications where you can use a Mini, because I think at this price point and with the ease of use, it opens up live streaming and production to a lot of people who maybe thought, I can't do this, it's too complicated or it's too expensive. So I want to go into some key, what we call verticals, areas where we think this product fits great. And one of the reasons it fits so great is because you don't need a trained, skilled operator to work it. So let's talk about the different verticals. Number one, worship streaming. We know when you're doing a worship service, most times in most churches when they're getting started, it's a volunteer working the control panel. The beauty of the Epiphan Pearl Mini is that easily someone can operate it, switch between camera A, camera B, or switch between camera A and a PowerPoint, or camera A and Pro Presenter can be brought into it for your lyrics and stuff. It's just works out so well. Plus you can go to 2 different streams and you can record. So you could stream it to Facebook on a broader level, or maybe you have a worship channel that your church deals with, or your own in-house closed system where you're going to, say, another satellite church or something like that. So excellent choice for worship. More than just a point and shoot, lets you bring some more quality to your worship service. We're very excited about that. Simplified lecture capture. Lecture capture is a big deal, folks. People are doing it in universities, in small local colleges. We've got lecture capture going on in even high schools now. And the key to lecture capture is you got to make it something that the teacher is going to be comfortable doing and using. If the teacher's not going to be comfortable using the equipment, they're not going to use it. So what's beautiful about the Pearl Mini is that you can bring in, the teacher can put himself on camera, but he can also bring in the PowerPoints or the slides or the videos, wherever he wants to bring into the production, and he can actually size and scale where he wants those other things to be in, like picture-in-picture and stuff like that. We can get to that later, but what's cool about it is now you can control the PowerPoints where you can see what you're talking about, but you can also have yourself on screen at the same time. Live event, they call it a live event workhorse. Why? Because it's an appliance. You just plug it in, you get it, you set it, you forget it, and you get it going. It's great for doing a 2-camera shoot of a live event. Maybe you're doing a basic play at your high school, maybe it's graduation, maybe it's a guest speaker coming in, maybe it's your Board of Ed meetings. Whatever it is, it's super easy to do, once again, because it'll record and stream to 2 recording devices, 2 streamings, and you can mix 2 cameras, or a camera and a PowerPoint or something else. It's just very good way to go, very exciting. We like it in that vertical also, live event. And the final one is corporate video. More and more companies are realizing that video is not just a way to sell their products to their end users, but more importantly, it's a great way for a corporation to communicate with other people within the company. So maybe it's a kind of thing where there's a press release, something cool happened with the company. You want to put up a presentation where you're going to talk about the new product that you're coming out with, or perhaps it's you're opening a new office somewhere in Minnesota or something. You want to welcome the people from Minnesota and do a little presentation for them. So corporate video, a very big area where people are gaining traction. One of the things that I've got to stress, and I stress this a lot, and it's kind of a change for guys my age to the new generation of people like Eddie and Christina who are working on this, and that is I never minded reading something if it interested me. Unfortunately, the reality of the world with these younger people is they prefer to watch a video. And then if the video interests them, they try to watch videos that are more interesting. And then the last resort is to actually read more than a paragraph or 2 about anything. I'm not trying to put people down and put them all in a bucket, but I'm trying to explain to you, corporate America, that video is the way to communicate with the new generation of consumers who are coming through, and they're also going to be your workforce. So use video. It works. All right, I want to play a little video now that the guys at Epiphan put together. It's just going to talk about the basic hookup and setup of the Pearl. So let's roll that video.
So let's get started and do a little bit of a walkthrough of a 2-camera setup. Start with connecting my power. And today I'm going to be using 2 GoPro cameras as my HDMI video sources. So I'll just get those set up here. And again, we use standard HDMI connectors. I could also alternatively be using an SDI as well. And then I also will be taking audio from this microphone, which does require phantom power. So I'll make sure that that is connected as well. And then lastly, my network connection, and push the power button.
All right, so now over the next few slides, I'm going to go a little more in depth into what you just saw in that video as an overview. So what is the Pearl Mini? We're going to talk about monitor and control. With monitor and control, you can record to removable storage. You get one-touch controls where you can control things right from the LED, the touch screen right on top of it. You've got a headphone jack so you can monitor anything you need with an earplug or whatever it suits you. And the 7-inch touchscreen, which is really cool. So that together lets you operate the unit. And that's what we mean by monitor and control. The next feature is the I/O, the video inputs and outputs. You're going to get HDMI inputs and outputs. You're going to get an SDI input. Very cool. Everything you need for a mini product. You can use any 2 inputs at a time. You're going to get line and mic level audio, which is very, very important. Hey, George, good to see you. George is a guy who's gotten some equipment from us, a good friend of the Videoguys. Thanks for tuning in. So the audio, XLR, RCA inputs. We talked about audio in the pre-show. Audio is important. The Pearl Mini makes audio pretty easy. Just match the correct jack to the correct input. Don't go using adapters because you got all the inputs there. And when you use the adapters, that's how people get into trouble with stuff like impedance. So good thing with the audio. We love it. Consumer levels, awesome. Storage options, records to a standard card, SD cards. We recommend SanDisk Extreme or the new ProGrade cards that are out there, but the storage options are very cool. I thought we had a slide that said how much you can get on 64 gigabytes, but we didn't, but it's a lot of video. It's not on this one either. Pearl Mini edition. Oh, I forgot something. I'm going back. No, I didn't. Okay. Additional details, captures up to 1920 by 1080, that's full, what we'll call full HD. You can stream to any CDN of your choice using RTMP. It also works with APIs. It video encodes to H.264, and the audio codec supported MP3, AAC, and PCM. All right, here's where I want to get into a little bit more that I talked about when I was talking about teaching and corporate videos, and that is you can very easily change and manipulate how you put your videos together, the 2 sources on the screen. And those could be presets, so you can switch between the various presets, and it looks like you've got a whole big post-production facility, but it's really going very simply and easy just using the buttons on the FaceFit and selecting, you know, which screen you want to go to when you want to go to it. So let's roll that video now where the folks at Epiphan tell us a little bit more about that.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the configuration on Pearl Mini. Earlier, I set up a couple of layouts ahead of time. And layouts are how live switching is done on Pearl Mini. So let's take a look at those. The 2 I set up, one is a fairly simple picture-in-picture layout, and the design of these is very easy to use. It's a simple click and drag interface for both the general layout as well as the cropping I'm using on one of my camera signals. My other layout is using a main camera shot and some custom text overlays. And these overlays can be made up of custom text like these ones, or they could also be using images like JPEG and PNG images to add branding and other content elements to your production. Again, the layout of it is a simple click and drag in order to design and move these pieces around to really add whatever sort of creative flair you want to your production. With Pearl Mini, we can stream and record at the same time. Recordings can be done in AVI, MP4, MOV file types, making it easy to integrate with just about any workflow.
All right, we were talking about CDNs before, and I want to make sure everyone understands this because I realize I always think you've watched every single one of our videos, but this might be the first video you're watching. So the Pearl Mini supports all the popular CDNs. You're going to get Facebook Live, YouTube, Vimeo, Twitch, Ustream. Basically, any streaming service that supports RTMP, which is really the de facto standard for CDN streaming, is going to support this product. But with these ones you see pictured here, it's that much more easier because there's some presets to make it real easy. But the streaming is actually probably the easiest part of this product. Once you set it up, it's a set it and forget it, you're good to go. You're going to need a new Facebook key every time, but that's just the deal with Facebook and some of those other services. But the actual setting up and the testing your stream, always test your stream before your program. That's why we always do our pre-show 5 minutes before the show. A stitch in time saves 9. You'd be rather be fixing that stream at 3 minutes before the show than 3 minutes into the show. So little tech tip about CDNs. Wanted to just go into a little depth here. The Pearl Mini, that's this product right here that I really, really love. It's very cool. It's a small little product. It's $34.95. It's a 2-input switcher, 2-input mixer, 2 encoders, 2 streams. It is the little brother of the Pearl flavor. Now, the Pearl came out a few years ago, and it was a very good selling product. And here we go. I'm finding the camera. Tally lights. I know what they are, and I choose to ignore them. All right. The Pearl family. We had the base Pearl shipped a few years ago. Last year, they came out with the Pearl 2. The Pearl 2 is available in 2 flavors, HD, or you can get a 4K add-on. That's a firmware add-on that lights it up for 4K. That's an additional $21.20. But let's talk about the difference between the Pearl Mini and the Pearl 2. I think we have this up full screen so we can go over it. Once again, full HD on the Mini. The Pearl 2 could be full HD or 4K with the option. The Mini gives you 2 HDMI and 1 SDI input. The full Pearl is going to give you 4 HDMI, 2 SDI, plus 2 USB. Audio, pretty similar. Encoding programs, you get a little more flexibility, plus 4K. You're going to get chroma key with the Pearl 2, and you also get a larger internal SSD versus using an SD card. But we've done some shows on the Pearls, and if you're interested in the full Pearl 2, it's a great product, a little more expensive. We're really focusing this show on the Mini over here because we're really going after what we're going to call the world's most affordable dual streaming, dual recording appliance. And that's what we like to think of this as an appliance. It's so easy to use. All right. The other thing we have that's really cool about this is that we talked about it. You can get your control from the front screen or from a web UI, which means I could be using an iPad or an Android device, and I can actually control the show from that, so I can have someone working with me who's controlling the show very easily if it's not going to be me being the talent. So that's one of the things we really love about it. And Epiphan Live's control surface is a software program you can download. It gives you full functionality with the Epiphan Pearl that's available for the Pearl or the Pearl Minis. It's very cool. It's online. And in fact, Eddie, I think we got to do a show just on this software at some point with the various Pearls and how it works, because one of the things that we've found is that streaming is not overly complex, but there isn't an easy button yet either. And the easier you can make the stream to do, where a volunteer, like I talked about earlier with the church, or just a corporate person, someone who's called up from the marketing or advertising program to quickly learn a product, sometimes you just want to be able to put stuff together very quickly and get it out there on the air, get it out there to your local CDN, get it out there on Facebook, and you need the time to be able to do it. Yes, Jorge, it does. It does allow you to stream to multiple places. The APIs are single stream because of Facebook limitations, but through RTMP you can go to Facebook and another CDN like YouTube Live or someplace else. So trying to answer that question, thank you very much. I love the interactivity. Thank you very much to everyone who's participating in our program and who's watching it and liking it and telling their friends to watch it too. So this control product is very cool, super simple, easy. It is the easy button of streaming. Your presets are already in there with the Pearl, and this just lets you use the functionality. It basically recreates the LED screen that's on the Pearl on your iOS or Android device. What do we got coming up in future shows, folks? This is where we talk about it. Hey, 15 minutes. I'm getting so good at nailing this. We try to keep the core content of our shows to 15 minutes because we understand your time is valuable, and we also understand from the TED Talks and everything like that, that like 18 minutes is really the longest you want to go. So what do we have? Next week, NDI, NDI, NDI. We're going to do a roundup of the latest NDI products, NDI technology. NewTek has released new NDI drivers, new NDI software. We're looking for some new products from BirdDog to be shipping shortly, as well as some further announcements from NewTek on some software enhancements to the TriCasters. So NDI, NDI, NDI should be a really great show. Then on August 7th, we hope to do Avid Media Central Editorial Management. That's taking a Nexus Pro and a shared environment of video editors and assistant editors and pre-production people, and it's a way to streamline your media management, let people work on managing and tagging and doing metadata who don't have to have a full media composer. Very excited about that. And our August 14th show, to be determined. How do you like that? We don't know what we're doing there yet, but we'll come up with something cool. I saw Jorge asked, could we give a demo again? We didn't do a live demo of the product this time. It's kind of tricky to do a live demo because our multi-camera facility is for a TriCaster that it's set up for. We want to get the show out there, but I think we got to do that, Ed. When we're going to do the show, we're going to show off the software. I think we got to just run the show from either a Pearl or a Pearl Mini and try to get the... We'll have to work on being able to have the screens be shown to you and other stuff, but we're pretty clever people. I think we can figure that out. So we will get a show with the demo going with the Pearls in the not too distant future. Maybe we'll have Alex from Epiphan come in if he's in town to help us out with that. We love doing that with our shows. So that was today's show on the Epiphan Pearl Mini. It might be called the Mini, but it's got a whole lot of power, a whole lot of performance. It lets you record 2 streams, switch between two sources, and of course, it lets you encode to 2 CDNs for 2 streams out. You can record them, you can switch them. The Pearl Mini is really a big deal, great product, small price, $34.95. We have them in stock here at Videoguys. We thank you for watching the show. If you have any questions about the products we sell, give us a call, 800-323-2325. We're live people, we're here to help you. We're here to tell you about what's the best workflow, what can meet your budget, what opportunities are you leaving on the table, what can you do? I know there's a lot of you out there who are maybe wedding event videographers looking for how can I increase my offerings, how can I increase the production value of what I'm doing. We've got the tools that can let you do it. Or perhaps like today's show was aimed at, maybe you're a church looking to get into streaming, get a couple of cameras up there so you can do some streaming and show your services to spread the word further and have those people who can't come to church for whatever reason still get the message. So this is Gary from Videoguys. We are the live production and video editing experts. You can give us a call at 800-323-2325. Like us on Facebook, follow us, do the Twitch thing, do the Twitter thing, go to LinkedIn, go to our website, go to our blog. We'll see you next Tuesday. This is Gary from Videoguys. Videoguys Newsday Tuesdays at 2 p.m. We tell you about the products we sell. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.